Hello? Are you playing with your engine again? Get your head out of that car. Listen. Here's a little ditty written just for you. It's a girly opinion to a boy's own view. Talk of mechanics.
The objective of this video is to highlight the differences between our two vehicles that were manufactured in the same year. So we'll start by taking the roof off, because we rarely have the roof off, and we'll commence our little description of the differences and the experiences we have had with these lovely little cars. The object of my video is to highlight the differences between both these vehicles, which we own, both manufactured in 1957, the blue one in February and the yellow one in December. The one is known as a TR3 and the other one as a TR3A. Triumph commenced manufacturing the side screens with their first car being a TR2 in 1953 and the final car, a TR3B, finishing in 1962. My examples are a TR3A, which is the yellow one, and a TR3, which is the blue one. Interesting to note that the hood bows on both these vehicles and from inception were exactly the same. They did not change, and it held the roof on in inclement weather, but Leslie and myself have rarely used it. The roof, as we prefer having it roof down. So in side screen talk, when they talk about wet weather gear, it's normally the roof, as I have shown you before, or you could have this contraption here, which is just a stick cover that covers up the hood bows for driving and giving it a nice appearance. Or alternatively, you could have a tonneau which covered the whole seat and the interior in the event of wet or inclement weather. And if it is wet or inclement, these things do absolutely nothing. Water gets in. Now, just as an aside note, these little wind deflectors here, these perspex type things, you put them on when you're driving if you have no roof on, and it does help to deflect the wind away from your face. Alright, we'll start our investigation into the differences of these two similar vehicles by starting with the TR3. TR3 has a narrow mouth, or a small mouth, as you can see here. The indicator lights are sort of a flat globe or flat glass, and the headlights, as you can see here, quite protrude out. Quite a feature of the front apron. Almost look like a couple of guns hanging out ready to shoot all the mosquitoes. The bumper bar, sort of not a very strong affair, very narrow, flat in nature, and there is no reinforcing bar here that the TR3A has. Now the badges are different between the different models. Their colours are different, and in our instance they're the same because our little yellow car was a transition car, which basically meant I had leftover bits, so I'm going to stick it on the new model just to get rid of the stuff. So you can see here the grille is wider. We now have Triumph lettering on the front apron and the emblem, which is similar, and you can see there the headlights now have been recessed into the apron and they don't stick out as pronounced as the blue car. The indicator lights are now bulbous in nature and not flat, and as you can see the bumper bar is different. It's more curved and not flat, and has a reinforcing arm here to help in the event, I presume, in the event of an accident. Now, wheels and tyres, they're all similar between all the vehicles from 53 to 62, and not much. Even the suspension up to TR4 were the same. Okay, now we'll look at the rear of the car, and again there were some changes to the moulding in the back of a TR3A. As you can see here, they now have separate indicator lights. There's also a Triumph badge on the back. We have a handle to open up the boot, which makes life a lot easier. The rear number plate light is a chrome arrangement, and the overriders are very similar. They haven't changed from the TR3A to the TR3. Now, comparing the TR3, there is a substantial difference in the boot arrangement. There's a lock, and then these two gadgets to open up the boot. You put a key in there, unlock that side, put a key in there, unlock that side, and if it's raining and in a hurry and you want to get the roof out, just say you're going to get wet, because it takes a long time. The rear light, that brake light here, has no chrome outside. Don't worry about those little lights there, they're not original. The overriders are similar, but the main difference was the handle that made it easier to open up the boot. Now both boots are the same. I'm just showing you very quickly inside because there's not a lot of room, and if you're travelling anywhere you've got to be frugal. Don't bring any stuff you don't want to bring with you because you've got no space. Another interesting fact with this yellow car, which is a transition car, as I said, that if you look at the later model TR3As and Bs, there is a seam, a weld seam that goes here. Why they did that I'm not really sure, but as you can see on ours it hasn't, because it retained the TR3 panelling, because Standard Triumph at the time was trying to use up parts that they had not been used at that point. Right, let's talk about the doors. As you can see, there is no door handle in a TR3 or TR2. The way to enter is you stick your hand through the window, and there is a cord, which I will show you in a little while. There is this cord here that is used to open up a door by pulling it across. And of course the issue there is that you've got to put your hand in. So if you've got the tonneau on and you've got the side screens on, you've got to be able to squeeze your hand in and open up the door. But it does look better without handles, I think. Now, comparing that TR3 to a TR3A, you can see that we now have a door handle, so it makes access much easier compared to the TR3. Now, there's no handle inside, and you say, shit, how do I get out? There's a cord here that you just pull down, and oops, and as you do that, it opens up the latch. Now, as I said earlier on, because this is a transition car, they used leftover parts to make the upgraded model. So as I've mentioned before, the Princess, the yellow car, being a transitional car, there were some minor things that people don't realise. As an example, the door handles, you can see that the door on here is straight, very similar, if not exactly the same as the blue car, right? That does not have a door handle. So what they did, Standard Triumph at the time, bringing out a new vehicle, the production run was probably not up to speed, and what they did, they kept the same doors, but just dug a couple of holes and put a handle on there. Now, when you compare the door on the yellow car with the later model TR3As, the doors actually had a plinth, so they changed the moulding and put a plinth in there where the handles fit, whereas ours does not have that. Strange, very strange. That sounds good, doesn't it? The road, bloody thing.
Get your head out of that car. Listen. Here's a little ditty written just for you. It's a girly opinion to a boy's own view. Talk of mechanics and the many pretension. Admit that your car is a extension. All of the time and the money and devotion. Put those pretty little racing wheels in motion. Put her to bed, you keep her dry. The reason why makes the girls go ooh, makes the girls go ah. What you got? A sweet TR. Makes the girls go ooh, makes the girls go ah. What you got? A sweet TR. Do 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 do. Silicone to engine and you rub to paint. Lubricated points until very late. A little bit of rust, but you got the filler. Top grade oil and the finish is a killer. Deep throbbing sounds as you turn her over. Straight through exhaust, so you know what to give her.